Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. So, what's going to be facilitated today through me and through you is energy healing for relationships. Okay? So, I'm going to be using a variety of hand movements, some light language in order to help you to get into your heart center, because the topic today, relationships, is going to be all about the heart center. And that means tapping into our feeling of love and joy in our world. I'm also going to be using some tools to help with the energy healing. And here is a little gift I have from me to you. This is just some lavender. It smells amazing if you'd like to smell it. There you go. Yeah. So I'm actually going to be using some lavender essential oils. So this one right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some of this lavender on you, and as you're smelling it, as you're receiving the healing smell of this lavender, it's going to help you to relax, as it's very much known for. Lavender is known for healing, relaxing, and it's actually what I have on my skin right now, because I have some dry skin, and it's very good for burns, it's very good for dry skin, anything like that. So it's definitely a heal all. And the last thing that I'm going to use with you today for this energy healing are these wonderful, they look like wheat, like grass shakers. They're actually something that shamans use when they are doing healing, and what I'm going to do is go from the top of your head all the way down your body with these. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. I want to let you know that I've welcomed you here open-heartedly in this nature space in order for you to get back in touch with Mother Nature. And I love this space, and I'm so happy to share it with you. At the same time, I have a dream, I have a goal, and my goal is to have this same secret garden. This is what I call this area, it's our secret garden. And to one day have it in a bit more of a peaceful, quiet setting. As I know you've already heard, we're in the midst of construction going on. There's a train nearby, and there's also a road right there. So I do hope that the sounds won't bother you too much. I know that you're probably aware of or have been part of city life before, and that's kind of what we have here, but we also have a beautiful haven, and this is my secret garden, which I've invited you to today because it's my little piece of heaven within the city. Yeah. But my goal is that one day we can have this beautiful secret garden in slightly quieter sounds of nature. So less road noise, more nature sounds. So I have to save up for that. And if you enjoy this session today, then I very much would welcome you to the idea of pledging to me. Okay, so if you get something out of this session today, of course it's for free. But in order to help me to facilitate a bit more of a relaxing environment for you, I'd very much appreciate it if you help me in my goal, in my dream towards one day buying a secret garden that's slightly more in the countryside. And you can do that by going to my Patreon page. So anyway, let's get started. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose, and I want you to think about pulling up the energy now of Mother Earth. So you can bend to do this. If you sat down, that's okay. Just imagine the core of the earth sending up energy into your feet now as you breathe in. Just let it go. Okay, so one more time. Breathe in, imagine energy coming in through your feet. All the way up and down. Okay. Any remaining stress, any remaining tension, I want you to let it all go now with the breath. Okay? Last, third and final breath. So breathe in through the nose, up through the feet. And breathe out all of that tension. So I know that you may have come here today for specific reasons pertaining to relationships. You may have come here just for the energy healing itself, or for the light language itself. But I know that some of you may be dealing with specific relationships in your world. I'm just going to put some of this on you now. It smells amazing. Whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's a romantic relationship. And I know that what comes with relationships can sometimes be love, can sometimes be beautiful, joyful feelings. Other times though, for anything like me and what I've experienced, is that relationships can also, whether it's family, friends, love, can come with, I'm just going to cast this over you now. Can you smell that? Beautiful, right? Can also, the chipmunks watching me. That's what I love about being out here, is we're surrounded by rabbits, chipmunks, birds, they're all here. So know that you're safe in this place. We're all going to look after you today and share love with you. But yeah, when it comes to relationships, they can also be triggering. They can also cause us to feel less than, depending on how we frame our self-talk. Okay? So what I want you to do today is not focus on a specific relationship individually. You might think about a few relationships you've got going on in your world right now that maybe potentially trigger you in some way. Maybe potentially make you feel not as good as you'd like to feel. Because at the end of the day, we get most of our good feelings from community. And when we don't get good feelings from community and other people, we begin to feel lonely, and we feel an angst. And this angst is actually at ourselves, because at the end of the day, human beings, we're very complex, and we do have a lot of intricacies that can sometimes be less than good. And so it's normal for you to not get along with certain people, even if they are close to you, or it's normal for you to feel triggered by them. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we remove any triggers that are coming from you directly. Okay, so that's what this healing is going to be about today. It's going to allow you to heal yourself. Okay, this energy healing is all about healing ourselves, understanding that we can feel happy in our relationships with others when we remove expectations. Okay, so I'm going to be casting some light language words into your aura momentarily. What this is going to do is open you up to staring at your challenges face on. Okay, your conscious mind is not going to be aware of this. Your subconscious mind, on the other hand, is going to be. Okay, and what this is going to do, it's going to open up the problem that you have pertaining to relationships. And you might not have a problem on the surface, but all of us have karmic ties within our relationships, and sometimes they come from our family, like down the ancestral line. Sometimes, usually, they come from things like past lives and things that we've carried on into this life. Okay. When it comes to healing karma within our relationships, we just simply have to be aware of it. We have to face the shadow thing that is coming up in the moment. which is what you're here for today. Use the breath and the intuition to guide it, transmute it, help it move on, help it go back to Mother Earth. Alright? So know that you're safe, know that I'm here to help you, know that I understand what it is you're going through when it comes to feeling less than good in any relationship, doesn't matter which. Today it's all about healing our karmic ties with humanity and coming to a space where we feel sovereign and peaceful and empowered as who we are, regardless of whether we have a group of friends or a group of people that we trust, including our family. Sometimes we don't always have that within our families. That's a common theme for many of us, actually, is that we feel so alone because our family or our group of friends is not quite what we're asking for. So that means that what you're asking for is on the way. You just have to become aware of what you don't want and what you do want. Me and my partner joked before that there's a difference between relationships and relationships, pardon my language, because relationships are sometimes they're with people that you value and respect, but for some reason they trigger something within you. That means you've got to go inward and do the healing. And sometimes the relationships are just purely relationships that don't give you any value whatsoever, and they trigger you and don't give you value. What we want to do today is understand which relationships give us value, and then realize whether we need to do some inner healing. And we know that you do because you're here right now. And then what we can do is transmute these relationships into relationships that serve us. We can only do that from inwardly though. Okay? So I'm going to do some light language for you now. So I just want you to ground. Feel your feet, even if they're not on the ground right now. Imagine them on the earth. Okay? Trust in the process as much as you can. I'm just going to move you backwards. So, take all of that I've just told you now and just send it out, up and out. Okay? With your breath. Don't want you to have any concerns now as we do this light language healing. Just want you to be present with me. Okay. So breathe, feel the earth on your feet. Maybe take your toes into the earth a little bit. Feel that grounding begin to happen, and send the energy of Mother Earth up through your feet. Up through your whole body to your crown. Send it out through your central meridian line. Okay? This is moving out the tension. So, 2 more breaths. Miriano Shuakane Shuaya Miriano Weyo Waina Rui Ariano Sueriaya Queriendo Suna Di Holia Oriandani Sherino Oriana Karamahishana Kriyata Shikawa Kandiata Shikolia Tanda Hikunavia Tanda Ishukolia Tamba Iwu Una Aisha Ayakani Hishaka Sheke anda hiu ala tishana hiushukeria tenishakalia teshaka feriutunaya pihu hulu keriutunaya teshakaya tumba igo ulayata ingo uliashaka Karyatanishuna Veriut undu uf aria kanna kishu koliatanisha kanna verianda ubusherua iya iumba shikalia karyashakana hiro redona hiro Okay, hope you feel that bit clearer. I just sent some light language and codes into your auric field, and these are going to be working on you during and after this session. They don't make sense to the logical mind, but to the heart feeling intellect, it helps to reprogram your thoughts around your relationships, helps you to feel sovereign, helps you to do the work and the healing that needs to take place in order for you to feel empowered. Okay? Now what we're going to do is use shakers. And I have a special oil that I'm going to anoint you with. Okay? What I'm going to do is pour some of this oil over you. It has a blend in there that's very sacred, and just as I pour this oil over you, just want you to think about how it would feel, wonder how it would feel if you were to be in your power 24/7 and then place yourself in amongst the people that you feel you need to do some healing around with. Whether it's a friendship, a relationship, or a family member, I just want you to place yourself in a situation with them now, and you don't need to think of particulars. I just want you to think about how it would feel to have exactly what you want in terms of social, relational goals. Put yourself in that situation now. Not only see what it is you want from relationship goals, so whether it's you're surrounded by a group of people or just one sacred other or whatever it is for you, and I want you to picture what it would be like for you to be your dream self, be your most sovereign, healed self. Okay? For me, that's being surrounded by people that I love in nature and being able to express all of my love to them unconditionally without the need for receiving that love back. So, I'm just going to place this over you now. Okay. Just feel it dripping down your head. Feel it dripping down your neck and your spine. And as this oil anoints you now, it anoints you into your new being. It anoints you into becoming the version of yourself that you are destined to become. I'm just going to go over your body. I just want you to relax, alright? Just relax. So let's start at the top of your head. You smell those oils? It smells like lilies, petunias. Amazing smell. So I'm just casting that smell, that anointment, and some light codes into your auric field now, okay? Ayana siya doveria Ulayan doresia Oriando humariuta Ayahu vario Andaya horiehi Ulariutehia. Now around the back. Latiro un makaria tandashi Ulaio Ulaio Uheia Uheia Uriana suyetira Ayatikuna shela tishuna Hula 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 I want to tell you the reason why I use this instrument. When I'm bashing the leaves together, what they're actually doing is casting out negative energy from your energy body. That's part of the energy healing. Because really what we're trying to do here is remember that we're already in our sovereign being, we're already healed, so to speak. What we're actually trying to do in energy healing is get rid of the thoughts that cloud that put up a brick wall to your higher self, put up a brick wall to your truth. Because actually what it is your quote unquote your ego, even though we need it. There's parts of the ego we need, but there's a part of the ego that puts up an extra wall because it thinks it's in some kind of danger, it thinks there's going to be some kind of problem, and it's been there since childhood for many of us. So all we're doing is just knocking on that ego wall of illusion that is keeping you less aware of your tendencies and triggering you to go into these emotional states that separate you, segregate you, make you feel lonely in a group of people in this world. I know that many of us don't feel like we can connect to people, and It's true, it might seem like that on the surface, but once you connect with yourself fully and wholly, the universe, synchronicity, will always, always, always bring people into your world that resonate with you, my dear, that are good for you. You have to remember that all it takes is your healing to bring that about. So each one of us heals in different ways. So the reason why I've kept this session today very general, because I don't know you all that well and I don't know exactly how you heal. But what I do know is that these practices, these energy codes that I've sent to you today, just help to knock on your brick wall there and say, hey, why don't you feel this? This is your liberated self calling, and we're asking that you see past your illusions, see past your expectations of what you want other people to be, and just see yourself. Give yourself that love that you're wanting from other people first of all, and then we can bring in that community that you're looking for. Then we can bring in that soul, sacred soulmate relationship that you're looking for. Now we're just going to build up a bit of momentum to end this session. I want to thank you so much for taking part. I want to generate some good feeling energy now. We've done the healing. We can feel better, we can feel proud, we can feel pride in ourselves for having taken this time to do some emotional healing. Now it's time to enliven that energy we just received. Feel good about where we are on our path right now, not judging it, not comparing it to anything or anyone else's journey. Nope. What we're doing is we're focusing on where we are in our journey, because that's all we can ever really do. Breathe with me now. Okay. Alright, lovely. Coming to the end of this session now. So I want you to make sure that you get the most you can out of this last 5 minutes. Just gonna go over your energy body once more. I'm gonna seal it up this time. Shakaviatan Ikulianda Akashe Kaya Shikana Shita Shikush I'd invite you now, if you feel, to let the energy move, to let the energy flow through your body. Okay, this is just gonna shake up the energy, let it loose a little bit. But if you don't want to move, imagine the energy flowing through your body. You can direct it through your imagination. This is moving out any of those stagnant areas, moving them out, bringing attention to them, bringing our energy to them, releasing them. It's like a fan, isn't it? Yeah. These are great for drumming too. So maybe we can do some of that in our next session. But I want to congratulate you for doing wonderful healing today. Thank you so much. I'm so honoured to have you here in this space with me, and I look forward to both of our futures where we can both come into our dream space of being, of living. Yeah, my dream space is to have you right here, but with less noise in the background. One day that'll happen. Be in sweet silence, but until then we gotta work perfectly in harmony with the outside world. The world that we are trying to run away from, we actually need to face head on and do the healing anyways, right there and then. Alright? Very good. Well, it was wonderful to see you, and I hope you'll join me again for another healing in the future. And I wish you so much peace, so much love, and so much light. Thank you.